NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go. Check light.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And some space here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. So going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
Back-to-back 9-sack seasons in Miami have firmly established Emmanuel Ogbah as the face of the Fins pass rush.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that cause you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and it rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that are extra pep in their step. You go to them over and often. How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go now. Six, 7. 3.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Tua on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, 3. Watson, 6. Field, flat.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
11 mighty.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on 1st down, officially a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Right, 97.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Here we go.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Bengals drive about to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On the set.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
52.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball.
11.
And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Bengals at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. As quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. Burrow on play action. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1-1, ready?
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
11, 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Burrow looking to pass. Being chased out left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Jump, 17.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
On the ready.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to pass. Tua. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
11, 11, 11.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Strike 2.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
In motion goes the tight end. Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He's going to air one out. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense. They'll keep you in the game to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando. We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Now, we're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Okay, ready?
Up the middle they go with Mostert. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11, Thomas.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. That is taken in by Hurst. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
11 MT, 11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
11, Mighty. 11.
Burrow will throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, 1 man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it again. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold them.
Ready. Watch out now. 52. Black Ultra.
Tua going to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on, set. Red, strike it. You're blue.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete.
Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
11.
mixing up the middle. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Gun. 11 MT. 11 MT.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 Thomas. 12. 11 MT. Hey. 11 MT. Hey. 11.
From the 24, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
12. 11. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an improvement that is as we're all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Tua now on 1st down. Wilson's got it complete. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletion sets. And again, it's Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here comes Carter. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 74 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to Mixon on 1st down. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
11 empty paint. 11 empty paint.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, that last one makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
11.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down. Here's Burrow. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
11, 11, 11. Stop.
They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mixon again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. Touchdown reception.
And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 65 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Tua.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Without incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A run with Mostert up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 8. Here's Tua. And a completion to Wilson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Tua to throw. Going right back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. In motion comes the tight end left. Now Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Here we go, back. Red, strike it. You're blue. You, yellow. One, red. White, white.
Tagovailoa. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it.
The only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Here we go, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight. 11, 11. 11, mighty. 11, MT, 11, MT.
Now it's Burrow. That ball complete to Isabella. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for Cincinnati, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop down to 1-3.